In the previous episode, we saw Qin Tian make a toothbrush with wood and toothpaste with ash. They later made utensils with clay. Qin Tian discovered the method of making soap and later made it, while some wild boars attacked their camp at night. Later, they made a new tent and Qin Tian enjoyed 2 big balloons. Afterwards, Qin Tian made a bow and arrow and improved his shooting skills. Later, Qin Tian killed some wild chickens and ate their meat with Ellen. Afterwards, they went to the beach and produced salt. Qin Tian later discovered a cave in the forest and fought with a panda. He lost the fight and ran away. Later, Qin Tian discovered a poisonous frog and learns how to deal with giant pandas. Meanwhile, in the next morning, Qin Tian heats the frog until bubbles form on its skin. Qin Tian put the toxins to the arrowheads. Ellen gives him the grass balls he asked for, and she wonders what their uses are. Qin Tian claims they got their use. Qin Tian later returns to the cave. Seeing the footprints, he knows that the panda is inside. He burns the grass balls and throws them in the cave. The panda gets smoked out and roars. It chases Qin Tian and the later plans to exhaust the panda out inside the forest. The panda looks for Qin Tian. Qin Tian finds a chance and fires an arrow with the toxins. However, the stone arrowheads are ineffective. Qin Tian dodges the panda's attack. Qin Tian fires an iron arrow this time. The toxin should take effect soon. Qin Tian shoots again and the panda attacks him. However, the panda falls. Qin Tian is happy that the toxins worked. He observes the panda for 3 hours, and the panda wakes up. The next morning, Qin Tian prepares fish and bamboo. He goes to the cave and sees the tired panda. He inserts a bamboo shoot into a fish and throws it at the panda. The panda growls and notices the fish. It quickly eats and Qin Tian shows it more food. It eats the remaining fish with bamboo shoots. Qin Tian wonders what name fits the panda. He notices how stupid it is to relax knowing that it is poisoned. He then decides to call the panda Shan Bi, which means dumbass. Night comes and Qin Tian and Ellen eats dinner. Ellen finds out the name of the panda and she gets worried about whether to compliment his naming sense or not. Ellen puts down her food and claims that she is not in the mood. Qin Tian guessed that it was that time of the month. Ellen tells him to be quiet. She claims it should have started days ago, but it is kind of late for her. It must be because of stress and a lack of rest. Qin Tian then thinks about making paper. However, making a good quality product needs a lot of processes. The next morning Ellen wakes up due to the smell of urine. Qin Tian claims it is needed to make paper, and Ellen calls him crazy. Qin Tian asks Ellen to make square-shaped meshes, and they easily create it. Ellen then realizes she learns this in chemistry class and she is impressed that Qin Tian is doing it on an isolated island. The two continue with more steps and processes to make sodium hydroxide. Ellen comments that it is better to work on it with electricity. Qin Tian claims it is possible with lightning strikes. The two later collected wild grasses to make paper. The grasses are soaked in sodium hydroxide for hours to obtain pure white cellulose. Qin Tian washes it next to the stream and washes it with clear water to get the paper powder. The powder is then put into the mesh frames. They dry the mesh with paper powder and they successfully create paper. Qin Tian is happy that his bottom is not at ease with paper. Ellen says not to mention it during meals. She finds Qin Tian talented at making paper. Days later Qin Tian sees Panda looking comfortable. It wakes up after smelling the food that Qin Tian brought it. The panda looks tame now and Qin Tian is feeding. Qin Tian domesticating. Panda won't take long anymore. Qin Tian leaves Panda and walks along the stream. He finds wild gingers and brings them back to the camp. Ellen is experiencing muscles pain and claims that it didn't hurt like that before. She also had heating pads and a cup of yolk with red sugar to calm her muscles pain. Qin Tian then shows the ginger tea he just made. He claims he just accidentally discovered them, but Ellen can see proof that Qin Tian made an effort to do so. Ellen drinks warm ginger tea. The next day, Qin Tian visits Panda again. Panda now considers Qin Tian as a friend. A month later, she starts feeding Panda with pure bamboo shoots. Seeing Qin Tian's menacing aura, it accepts and eats the bamboo shoots. However, Panda is liking it. The system gives Qin Tian points for domesticating a panda. He gets an animal training seal that he can use on Panda. He applies the seal to Panda and Qin Tian can now see Panda's status using the system. That night Qin Tian tells Ellen that she can meet Panda now. He brings her to Panda. The next day and the two easily become friends. Panda also changed its diet to regular bamboo. Two later decide to leave the camp with Panda. They made a new camp in the field with the cave where the panda lives. Ellen enjoys looking at the starry night sky. Qin Tian tells her to continue watching while he sleeps. but Ellen suggests sleeping together because there's no need for night watch, with the panda with them. Qin Tian gets surprised and asks Ellen to be his girlfriend. Ellen gets flustered as Qin Tian approaches her. Qin Tian teases her and Ellen gets mad. The two then do some cleanup before sleeping. The next day comes and the two dig for nearby clay to make more ceramic. Qin Tian leaves with the panda to retrieve the fish traps in the stream. On the third day they collect bamboo easily with panda's help, however the pet is distracted by eating. The fourth day comes and the two start to build a bamboo house kitchen. After a week, they have now finished the kitchen. All the effort is worth it because Qin Tian got so many points and bought a new book about plants. They go to the stream to take a break. Qin Tian is happy to see Ellen having fun now. After some time Ellen steps on something. She checks her foot and discovers a rock crystal. Qin Tian checks on it and claims that it is quartz, an ingredient in making glass. On closer inspection it is of high purity. The two then go upstream to look for more resources. They later discover a tree of honey locusts and Qin Tian claims that the pulp is an ingredient in making shampoo. Ellen hopes they can make one, however the tree is full of thorns and Ellen doesn't want to put Qin Tian in danger. Qin Tian activates his power and jumps onto the tree. Ellen tells him not to put himself in danger for her. However Qin Tian claims he is only procuring food making. Ellen, embarrassed for overthinking, Qin Tian cuts some pulp and notices something from afar. He immediately goes down and asks Ellen if they can make shampoo now. Ellen gets embarrassed and tries to act like she is not interested. Qin Tian then decides not to make shampoo, making Ellen complete shock. Ellen tells him to be decisive, but Qin Tian wants to think about it later. After going to the sugarcane field, Ellen is surprised to see a field of sugarcane. However Qin Tian notices that it looks like someone has grown the field. Ellen gets fascinated and Qin Tian stops her from touching them. However Ellen gets hurt by the sharp leaves of the sugar cane. Qin Tian cuts down one cane and the three of them impress with the sweet taste of it. Despite it being hard, Ellen notices a sour taste and Qin Tian explains that it is not the right season for its harvest. Qin Tian plans to take some cane at home so he can make brown sugar. They go back home and start to process the honey locust's pulp. Qin Tian uses the extracts to make porridge which Ellen enjoys eating. Qin Tian later finished squeezing the sugarcane stalks. Ellen surprises him with a basket full of mushrooms. Qin Tian pats her head, however most of the mushroom is poisonous. Ellen is disheartened that only a few are edible. Qin Tian tells Ellen to collect the resources listed on the blackboard to create shampoo and toothpaste. Qin Tian later proceeded to process the collected resources, and in the end he successfully created shampoo. Ellen is sad that she can only try it tomorrow because it is already dark outside. In the middle of the night Qin Tian wakes up hearing weird giggles, thinking it was a ghost, but it was Ellen, who was asleep talking about the shampoo. As thunder rumbles in the distance, Ellen wakes up and realizes that it's also raining heavily. Sean B. the panda starts growling and Qin Tian uses his skill on the panda. He wonders if it's wild pigs again and instructs Ellen to stay inside while he goes to investigate. His prediction proves correct as it turns out to be wild pigs. Our panda launches at them, attacking one of the pigs before getting attacked in return. While our panda distracts all the pigs, Qin Tian remains unnoticed. Pandas rage on as he bites one of the pigs. Just as another pig is about to attack him from behind, Qin Tian protects Panda and defends him by using his poison arrows to attack the rest of the pigs. However, a few of the pigs notice Qin Tian's presence. As he is spotted by the pigs, Qin Tian quickly decides a plan to lead them away from Panda. He utilizes his skill, dashing away from the pigs and finding refuge in a tree. While hiding, he wonders how Sean B is holding up. Our panda roars fiercely, causing the pigs to scatter in fear. Qin Tian reunites with the panda, giving him some reassuring head pats. Together they make their way back to the camp.